Because the first question is around teacher online communities.
Okay.
From your perspective, what are the prerequisites for a successful online community of teachers that should serve the purpose of sharing best practices in changing knowledge and experience, led by teachers for teachers?
Well, I can actually only talk about the Finland perspective, but what we have found there, it should be something else than government-led thing, sort of that it's created, maintained by the teachers. So it comes from the teachers to teachers. So we tried that with the National Board of Education to build up a teacher community, but no teacher wants to express their ideas and critical comments on the government website, that's for sure. So it needs to be created by the teachers, so that they will be the publishers, they will be those who maintain the thing. It doesn't have to be that in technical ways, but basically the content. And I think the other one is about the technical part. It needs to be easy enough, user-friendly for all the teachers to be able to add content, comment, do whatever. Because not all the teachers are so skilled that they can use different kinds of platforms. So it needs to be very, very simple. Because Croatia is a small country as Finland, and the thing is that if we only take those very skilled and talented teachers, technically skilled and talented, it's going to be a really small community.
Thank you. The second question is about teachers as content producers. Small countries like Finland and Croatia, who have their specific languages, and English is not the first and native language of the population, usually have either to buy and localize or to produce content locally. Both paths are expensive and do take time. From your perspective, what should be done in order to motivate teachers to produce and share more content in local language for all subjects? I'm talking about digital e-learning content.
Yeah, correct. Well, this is a tricky one. There's been lots of discussion around this topic in Finland. So, first of all, there should be enough resources. I don't think it's very realistic to think that in addition all the teaching and the responsibilities about schoolwork, the teachers are in their free time producing materials. So there needs to be some kind of an incentive for that. Well, we don't do free work, so why should teachers do? So there's been lots of discussion in Finland, how should we organize this kind of thing? But then there are questions about IPR. So who owns the rights for the material? Is it if it's paid by the school or the municipality? Is it then school owned or does the teacher has IPR? And we haven't really solved this problem, but for sure there needs to be resources for doing that. Getting some extra hours, some incentive or something, so that it's not in addition to their normal daily work, because then it's too much. And another question is that are the teachers really professionals in producing learning materials? If we think that, and I mean, do they need to? They are professionals in education, in teaching. There are publishing houses that have professionals in producing learning materials. So I'm not quite sure. Should it be that way that teachers mainly produce the learning materials? We have some good practices of teachers working together with the publishing houses in a working group to be as an expert in content, and then the actual publishing work done by the professionals. But for sure, if the teachers are producing materials, there needs to be time and resources for that.
Thank you. In Croatia, we localized and are using the Finnish curriculum about the online safety and security of children. Can you tell us a bit about the activities in Finland around this hot topic?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we have had this initiative for 11 years already. It's Information Security Day, which is European-wide in February, and around this, excuse me, around this, we have built sort of service for the schools. There is a website, and the teachers and the schools can book through the website an expert to visit their school to tell about internet safety, netiquette, these kinds of things. And there are lots of private companies who volunteer being as we say, internet safety godmothers and godfathers. I'm one of those. I'm doing pretty much of those sessions in schools. Quite often they are organized so that during the day I give lessons to the students, and then in the afternoon for the teachers, and then in the evening in the parents' meeting I'm going to tell about the same things. So, and that's been very successful system in Finland. And in the Internet Safety or Information Security Day, how do you want to call it, it's 14th of February every year. We always organize some kind of an happening. This year, 200 Microsoft people volunteered, and we took one city in Finland, Tampere, and actually trained 2,300 students during that one day. Our country manager was there giving lessons, and that was our, because we have one day for volunteer work for everybody, so that's part of our citizenship activities, and that was very successful.
And just the last question. Several schools from Finland will attend the upcoming Innovative Educators Forum in Cape Town in late October. Can you tell us a bit about those schools and why were they chosen in the system that's recognized as the best educational system in the world? So how do you select a couple of schools among so many good ones?
Well, that's an interesting question. Well, we have few governmental programs going on about innovative education in schools, and actually the number of schools working in these different projects, that's pretty small in Finland. So basically we could pick any of the schools, but one of the main principles for us in Finland has been that it needs to be a school that wants to scale their learnings. It somehow needs to be a school in that municipality or community that really wants to share their learnings to other schools and other teachers and other school leaders. It's not possible for you as a Microsoft person or me or anybody, just one person, evangelize in all the schools and tell about these good practices. But if those schools, which are sort of part of the community, the network, can share their learnings, then we can really scale the program. Those two schools that were chosen for Pathfinder program this year, they are exactly that kind of schools. The other one is, both of them are pretty new ones. And what is in common in those two schools that they have extremely innovative leader, the principal, truly wanting to share leadership, build the community, and work together with the teachers and other staff at the school and the parents to really build a learning community. And they have also good relations to other educators in the area. So those are, well, then there are various reasons, but those are the main reasons. And by the way, these are not sort of elite schools at all. So they are just, they have all kinds of students in the school, special needs children and more talented children, so they are not elite schools in any way. So the pupils are not chosen to those schools.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming here. It was a pleasure talking to you, learning from you, and I hope that we shall manage to set up a numerous cooperation project between Finnish schools and Croatian schools. so we can all basically benefit from sharing and building an online community of educators passionate about innovative teaching and learning assisted by ICT. Thank you very much.
Thank you.